This is where distances are traditionally measured.
The world's oldest restaurant.
I'll describe it, just really nice.
The first skyscraper in Europe.
Don Don Donki was actually named after the literary character of Don Quixote. We queued for about 2.5 hours under the hot sun just to get in here. After we were done having the super nice churros with chocolate, this morning we start our day in Madrid. We sat a train from Barcelona to Madrid and it was one of the most comfortable train ride during our whole Europe trip. The train was really clean, really fast and very spacious, modern and new.
Some fun facts about Madrid. Madrid is a villa, it's not a city. Madrid started as a small village and developed to a bigger town known as a villa. Even though Madrid kept growing and it became the capital of Spain, the king didn't grant it the title of a city. So until today, it is called Villa Corte, so it's a villa.
So after we arrived in Madrid, we checked into our hotel and a few minutes away from our hotel is our very first destination here in Madrid. This is the royal house of the post office. In Spanish, it's called Real Casa de Correos. This used to be a post office, but it has since converted into a government building. So this building, although it is quite historical, but there's actually two main things to see here. The first thing is at the top, it has a time ball as well as bell, and on every new year, they traditionally mark the eating of the 12 grapes and the beginning of a new year in most of Spain. The other unique thing is that in front of the building there's a plate on the ground which marks the kilometer zero of the streets of Madrid and the Spanish Road. So this kilometer zero is to denote a particular location, and this is where distances are traditionally measured. So kilometer zero is also used to measure distances between countries as well as the cities within the country. As you can see behind us, there's a lot of people queuing up to take a picture of the plate that marks kilometer zero. And right opposite this square, there's an iconic statue and we just went past it. So what's so special about that statue?
That statue is actually a bear and a strawberry tree. So you must be wondering why it's a bear. So it got inspired by the surrounding bears. There were a lot of bears around Madrid, hence they built a bear with a strawberry tree.
It's a pretty muscular bear, but it's pretty cute as well because it's like picking the strawberries on the tree. It's also a photo spot and there's quite a lot of people taking pictures while we were there. Join us as we explore Madrid for 2 days and we will see you at each of the attractions. Bye!
We are now at Chocolatier Sant Guinis, and it is a century-old chocolatier. It has been open since 1894. If you have limited time in Madrid, don't need to worry. This chocolatier opens 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can come here anytime. We got quite a few items. The signature hot chocolate with churros, chocolate cake and coffee. So taste test. The outer layer is very crispy. The chocolate is very thick. I can't wait. I really like the churros in the sense that it is very crispy and it has a very good taste. It's not only the flour and water, but it has a very unique aftertaste. So saltish but sweet chocolate. Okay, the chocolate is also not so sweet. It's a dark chocolate, slightly sweet chocolate. Perfect coffee. Next, I will try the chocolate cake. It's definitely a chocolate cake from a chocolatier. It's a very intense full of chocolate cake. It's really good. If you are a chocolate lover like me, definitely need to come here when you are in Madrid.
After we were done having our dessert at the ancient chocolatier, just a 2 minutes walk, we are now at one of Madrid's most vibrant square. and this is the Plaza Mayor. A very interesting thing about this square is that it is surrounded by buildings on all its sides, and all the buildings are symmetrical. Very unlike the Gaudi buildings that we have seen, because this square is all about straight lines. So if you are into very symmetrical buildings and straight lines, this is the square for you. Another fun fact about this square is that it has 10 entrances and exits, but only 9 out of the 10 entrances and exits has gates. There's one that is without a gate.
And all the 10 entrances has different names, so it's a very good place for you to meet your friends.
So we will be heading to our next attraction, and we will see you when we get there.
Bye!
After we left Plaza Mayor, we visited the highlight of the day, Restaurant Botin. Founded in 1725, this restaurant is the world's oldest restaurant according to Guinness Book of World Records. What is amazing is that the restaurant is still using the same wood burning oven, and it has been continuously burning since the restaurant operated. We made a reservation prior to us heading there, and we recommend you do the same if you plan on dining at the restaurant. The restaurant is known to be one of the best places to have roasted suckling pig and baby lamb. And so, we ordered one of each plus half a pitcher of sangria. The food was above average, and it was definitely a worthy experience to write home about. It is not every day one gets to dine in the world's oldest restaurant. For dessert, we ordered their grandmother recipe cheesecake, and it was exceptionally good. I will let Sean tell you more about it.
And for dessert, we have ordered their grandma recipe cheesecake. So from the looks of it, it looks really nice because this portion is a bit like melted cheese, and on the top it is caramelized. Wow. The top layer is really sweet, and the cream is, I cannot describe, it's just really, really nice. It's really creamy. It's like creamy, sweet, a little bit saltish. Totally very different texture. It's unlike a lot of the cheesecake that we ate, a bit sweet, but for a very good reason. And this dessert ends the meal really well. Highly recommended to order this if you're here. This is all mine now. And after a very hearty meal at the oldest restaurant in the world, we are now at another attraction here in Madrid, and this is Madrid Triumphant Arch. Can you see the details of the arch? It's so detailed and it's so flat. I wonder how they make it so flat. Just kidding. It is under maintenance now, so unfortunately we are not able to see the arch. But a few fun facts about this arch is that this is the very first arch that is built in Europe after the fall of the Romans. This arch has a very special and unique song, and it attracts a lot of artists to perform under the arch. So artists like Katy Perry, 30 Seconds from Mars and Linkin Park, they all performed under the arch before. Unfortunately, it is under maintenance now, so we are not able to see the actual arch. But from far, it really looks like the arch is there. They did a very good job in trying to let you see the arch. But once you get nearer, you will see that it's actually an image. So the weather here in Madrid is nicer than Barcelona in the sense that it is cloudy and windy and not as sunny and hot. So hopefully it stays this way throughout our visit in Spain. It's very windy now, you can see, oh my god, whoa. Okay, we will see you at our next attraction.
Bye bye! We are now at Calle Gran Via. It's a shopping street at Madrid, and now I'm going to show you the first skyscraper in Europe. It is called Telefonica. Even though it doesn't look as high as the top tier skyscraper in the world, but this is the first skyscraper in Europe.
And it It is a brand new morning here in Madrid, and today we start our day at a little known secret, and that is
It is a cookie shop opened by cloistered nuns. You won't see and you won't hear from the nun, so it's quite an experience to buy cookies from them. But unfortunately, they are closed.
There's a sign right outside the door saying that they won't be selling any sweets till the 4th of September, so there's a series of steps you can follow in order to buy cookies, and the series of steps involve pressing the bell and saying the secret sentence, which we will list down here. And once you are inside, you're supposed to place your order. They will pass you the cookies and you will pass them the amount required for the cookies through a manual turntable.
There's some little fun fact about the turntable. In the olden days, the turntable was used to deposit unwanted baby.
But nowadays it is used as a transactional purpose to purchase cookies. It's quite an ingenious design because they are not able to interact with outsiders, but yet we are able to buy cookies from them. So definitely worth a visit if you are in Madrid. It's one of the more unique and interesting things to do here. Next up, we will be heading to our next attraction of the day, the Palace of Madrid. And we'll see you when we get there. Bye-bye. Just a 5 minutes walk from where we were. This is our next attraction, the Palace of Madrid. Prior to coming here, we didn't pre-book our tickets, but we came at opening time. There was a short queue, but we were able to enter. And looking at the queue now, it seems that there's always a queue to get in. So if you want, you can pre-book your ticket. If not, you'll probably have to wait a little while before you can enter the palace. So this palace
It's the largest functioning palace in Europe.
The rooms that we have visited is pretty grand, and this palace has the grandest, most extravagant chandeliers. As you enter each of the rooms, the chandeliers get bigger, larger, more extravagant. If you are into chandeliers and you want to see really grand ones, this is the place for you. The rooms are also very grand and extravagant. Based on my opinion, this is the second most lavish castle we have visited on our Europe trip. So the first, of course, is still the Palace of Versailles in France.
When you enter the palace, you will not miss the huge staircase. Some little fun fact about that staircase. So that staircase has more than 70 steps and consists of 2 lion sculptures. Both the staircase and the sculptures are carved from a single marble stone.
So next up, we will be heading to more attraction here in Madrid, and we will see you when we get there.
Bye-bye!
A lot of Madrid's attractions are actually in walkable distance. So after about 5 to 10 minutes walk from where we were at, we are now at another attraction, and this is Plaza de España. Behind us is a monument within the plaza, and this is sculptures and fountain dedicated to a very famous author, Miguel de Cervantes. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So this author wrote the novel Don Quixote, and the work is considered one of the founding work of Western literature, and is often labelled as the first modern novel and one of the greatest work ever written. If this word Don Quixote sounds familiar, that's because Don Don Donki, which is a Japanese supermarket franchise, was actually named after the literary character of Don Quixote. So we're heading to yet another attraction, which is also about a 5 to 10 minutes walk away from here, and we will see you when we get there. Our very next attraction here at Madrid, this is the Temple of Tibot. So it is free to enter, but you pay with your time. So in order to get in here, you need to queue up, and we queued for about 2.5 hours under the hot sun just to get in here. If you really want to visit this place, do be prepared to queue. So the Temple of Tibot is an ancient Egyptian temple that was dismantled and rebuilt in the center of Madrid, Spain. It is part of the international campaign to save the monuments of Nubia, and the campaign began as a response to the Aswan Dam project, and the building of the dam was to create a Lake Nasser, but it would submerge and flood the entire area of historical Lower Nubia. In total, there were 22 monuments that were relocated, and this was one of them. So this constitutes one of the few works of ancient Egyptian architecture that can be seen outside of Egypt, and it is the only one of its kind here in Spain. It's pretty interesting that this whole temple was actually dismantled and rebuilt to save it so that we can see it today. If you have the time, you can come here and visit. It's free to enter, but you probably have to wait. If not, then you can take pictures of the outside.
We have took some videos on the monument inside, so you can check it out.
Yep, so you can see whether it's worth the visit or not. Okay, that's it for our Madrid video, and we will see you in our next video.
Bye bye!
After we were done having the super nice churros with chocolate,